Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to New Jersey, where I've just started the second period of March. Quickly get rid of the eggs. Got my hay done in the last episode. Got it all collected and put into the hayloft. So all that is pretty good going. We've got our lovely grapes and everything. Our greenhouses are absolutely perfectly brilliant and amazing. Oh, it does appear we've got some products. Not sure why that is. They're not supposed to be storing. They're supposed to be shipping. Auto selling. Oh well. What have we got here? Got a grass field that's growing. So yeah, quick check of the map because it's been a couple of days since I've played and I've kind of forgot what I was doing. I have remembered to change the batteries in my controller before I started today, so I'm not going to run out of batteries and I have to do the usual battery change mid-session. A little bit of harvesting to be done, looks like. Weeds? Probably won't have any weeds, because, well, frankly, we don't have weeds, do we? Because, we've ploughed every one of our fields currently. So let's have a check. How are the animals doing? They could do with some grass, the sheep could. Chickens are okay. Couple of fertilising. There's a couple of fertilising contracts. There's only 2 for 59,000. I also remembered to go back and look at the videos that I recorded last week, because I had some issues. If you watch the videos, I was having some issues with my computer that caused me to have to log out of the game at one point because everything was running a bit slow and was getting a little bit, and the PC was behaving a bit weird. So I thought best save and go and check on what's happening with the PC. And when I checked the footage, I did get screwed over on one of the fertilizing contracts. When I did one of the fields, I think it was the field down here, field 50. I think it was field 51 that I did over here. Or was it 66? Which one was it? Which field did I do? One of the fields I did, I got screwed over because the contract was completed, ready for me to collect and get paid for when I logged out of the game. And then when I picked up the save to carry on the recording, that contract had gone, so I never got paid for it. I did check the money, because the game crashed. If you remember, I had a game crash, and when I reloaded the save, it reloaded to a slightly earlier point before I'd actually collected the money and everything. So there was a notice between the end of one video and the start of the next. I was down about 50 grand. So I have corrected that today before I started playing. And yeah, I discovered what caused my game crash, by the way, last week. What caused the crash and what caused the PC to go all slow and weird. I was having issues with my hard drives, my SSDs. And basically, what I discovered, well, I thought one of my hard drives had like failed. I thought. One of my ones that I only bought back in February, so it's not very old, and it's only had a few games stored on it. It's not like it's something that I'm using day in, day out, writing lots of stuff to it. deleting lots of stuff off it and stuff like, say, my recording drive. But it was a bit weird, I have to say. But the weird thing, I thought it was bricked, and I was going to actually send it back. I contacted the company, Crucial, who made the drive. It's a 2 terabyte drive. I was like, I can't afford to let a 2 terabyte drive that I've only had for, like, you know, 8 months, 9 months. You know, I can't afford to just throw that away and take the loss on that. So I was like, I'm going to RMA it. Why not? Why would I not send it back to the company and get a new one or whatever? So I contacted the company and was all set to get it completely, like, you know, returned and got the RMA, getting them to send me an RMA form and everything for it. But then weirdly, I decided, just as out of curiosity, because I took it out of my PC, disconnected it from the PC, and I thought to myself, you know what I'm going to do? Just going to plug it into one of my docks on the desktop. Plug it into one of the docks and see what happens. And would you know, hard drive works perfectly fine. I was like, okay, that's a bit weird. So on my desktop, I've got 2 docks which allow me to plug in 4 SSDs as like hot swap drives. So any like real low data stuff, like my torrents, my movies, my music, things like that, they're all and my mods and stuff that I download for Farm Sim, they're all kept on those drives because they're very low access drives that you just kind of read and write to a little bit. You know, it's not stuff that's like, you're not running games off of. I'm not running games off of them. But I've only got 4 slots, so obviously I had to take one drive out to test this Crucial drive. So I thought, oh, I know what I'll do. I'll plug that drive I've took out into the PC and put it in the on the cables that the Crucial drive came out of. Fired up the PC, couldn't find that drive. I was like, ah, that's interesting then. So it would have seemed that whatever hard drive I have plugged in on this one SATA port on my PC doesn't work. It's no longer detected by the computer. I was like, sounds like either a failed cable or a failed port. Something I've had before. I've had quite a history of my old PC. The reason why I built my new PC was because gradually it got to the stage where every single one of the SATA ports in the PC failed and would stop and basically stop working, stop detecting anything connected to it. I went from having like 6 SATA ports on the PC to only like 2 that worked. So I was like, okay, I need to so I was like, okay, looks like I've either got a faulty cable. Fortunately, I don't have any new SATA cables or power cables lying around. And plus, I didn't want to have to go through the whole case, rummaging around, trying to disconnect things and replace things. I was like, I just assume it's a faulty port. I'll just leave that port empty then, is what I'll do. Yeah. And I carried on for most of last week, playing on the PC. Recording all my stuff, quite happy. I basically ended up taking the drive out of the PC again, this data drive. I connected it via a USB cable, USB to SATA adapter, and basically got all my drives back again, or so I thought. And then on Saturday, I was just on the PC, just having a bit of a lazy day. And I just happened to notice on my desktop, a lot of my desktop icons had suddenly, for my games, some of my games had completely disappeared. The icons were there, but there was no pictures. you know, the pictures had disappeared. I thought, that's a bit weird. I tried to run one of the games because it was a game that I had recently purchased and hadn't played. Double click the icon. PC could not find the file. I was like, oh, that's a bit weird. I haven't uninstalled it. Went to my Explorer. My iDrive was gone. Another disk hard drive completely missing from the system. It was there. I can physically see it, or I could physically see it. I was like, that's weird. Anyway, I managed to identify which drive it was that I was missing. Again, so I opened the PC, took it out of the PC, disconnected it, took another 250 gig SSD out of one of my hotspot docks, plugged the iDrive into it, and up it popped straight away on the PC. Bing bong! And all my games were there, and I could play them all, and everything was fine. And I was like, okay. Looks like I've got two SATA port issues. Again, it either requires me to go through and check all of the SATA cables, make sure they're all connected, or replace them all. Or I'm just going to have to live with it for however long is left in this PC's lifetime, and move to external, having my SSDs connected externally. So I've had to order another SATA to USB cable today, because I haven't got another one, or at least I haven't got one that allows the SSDs to run at their proper maximum reading and writing speed. Basically, the drives I've got now are all a bit. The adapter I'm running off now only seems to work at about 50 meg. You know, read speed is about 50 megabits per second. Write speed is even slower, and obviously for an SSD it should be up in the region of 500 megabits per second. So I bought an adapter last week for the other drive, my Crucial drive, which failed, and that works perfectly. I need to get another. Had to order another cable today. But yeah, not looking good to lose two SSDs out of my PC, or lose two ports, because now I've only got 4 ports, actual SATA ports in my PC that work. So I'm down to 4 drives in my PC, plus the two M.2 cards. So I may have to have a look between now and obviously ordering my new PC next year. I may have to have a look. With Christmas coming, I may have to think about maybe treating myself and upgrading a few of my SSDs. I've got a couple of 250. I've got a couple of 250s. I've got a couple of 500 gigs, and obviously I've got a couple of 1 terabytes. I really should upgrade them all. So they're all 2 terabytes minimum, which would obviously give me a lot more storage space. Would be greatly appreciated in my PC. As more and more games keep coming out, and more films and TV shows keep coming out that I end up downloading, and I never delete out because I'm a suckler for just rewatching stuff. So I always go back. I like to go back, and like I say, I generally just put stuff on when I'm not actually playing games, and I'm not actually actually physically sat here doing stuff on the PC, or if I'm doing editing and rendering. And typically I will just have stuff playing all the time in the background as background noise. So like, for example, this past weekend, while I've been playing Football Manager and stuff, and having a good weekend of that, I had the, you know, the 1978 Incredible Hulk TV show playing. I've been watching the Incredible Hulk TV show with Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno. Been watching that, and yeah, it's been good. I've watched like 3 seasons over the course of the weekend. I loved that show as a kid. Loved it as a kid. Brilliant. So yeah, I've got 2 more seasons to watch, and then I've got all the spin-off movies to watch as well. But yeah, I download loads of things, and you know, movies and TV show. I don't have a TV, you see, so, well, I do have a TV, but it's obviously in the main room of the house. I don't have one here in the office, so everything I watch tends to be on the PC. And obviously now that I've got my 4K HDR monitor, I've had that all year, it's been very good. It's been very good. What do the cow... I forgot to check what the cows actually eat on this map. Silage, grass, hay, total mixed ration. Okay, got to give them a bit of everything then. That's a bit annoying. Well, yeah, we've added the cows. Obviously, March is a bit steady. Out of curiosity, I have got all my fields planted and seeded, haven't I? No, I haven't. I forgot. I was meant to put some barley on the field. We'll quickly feed some cows. We'll get them some hay. We'll get them some silage. I don't have total mixed ration, and I'm not going to get a mixing wagon, because that just seems ridiculous. The cows are having a bit of a Jane Fonda between the fields. That's nice. People will be confused by that reference if you're not used to rhyming slang that as Brits like to use. Jane Fonda means wander, walk, without purpose, aimlessly, with no specific goal or target in mind. Yeah, got some cows, we've got the sheeps, we've got the chickens. Life is all good. We used our money wisely. We still have quite a bit left, which is good, because like I say, I do need to go and get all my thingy-jiggy bobby doodah equipment from down by the store. My mulcher, my mini mulcher, my little mini fertilizer sprayer, and of course my subsoiler, mini subsoiler for doing my grapes and my olives. I need to get me an olive picker as well and figure out how that thing works. I've also got installed today, because I remembered to activate it, the CSZ pack is back. So naturally, if I start doing the palette mucking about, doo-dah, didgeridoo, doo-wah, willy-wahoo, woo-wah, wang-wang, big bag handler, or those. I think we've got big bag handlers for everything, haven't we? Big bag handler for telehandlers. Do we have one for wheel loaders? We do have one for wheel. Oh, see, he's gone next level this time. FS22. He's done it for every single type of possible connection you could ever need or ever want. Big bag handler, so we could actually move pallets and stack pallets manually, as we did in FS19, without all the crazy pallet physics. Skid steer. So if we go into front loader tools, is the CSZ pack. So I can get one for my existing Kubota. I could. That's pretty useful. Do we have the little adapters as well? Front loader to skid steer, front loader to telehandler. Translate left or right. That's adding side shift. I do like that. Yeah, wheel loader tools. Do they have adapters for this then? So I can make this capable of fitting... Because wheel loader tools tend to be quite big. Wheel loader to telehandler. That's the only adapter, really. Ah, he might have changed it then. Because what I used to do in FS19 was I'd get a wheel loader bucket, because they used to be like, you know, quite big capacities. And then I would put an adapter on it so I could use it with my normal front loader. So I didn't have to buy a wheel loader. I could use it with any tractor that had a front loader attachment. I guess he's tweaked that a bit this year. Not to worry. Also, here's a thought. Another thing I've probably not thought of. I need to roll field 6 now, don't I? With my grass roller. Now I've mowed it. Unless I decide just to fertilise it. Spray it with liquid fertiliser. Although that's expensive, whereas rolling it is relatively free. I've got quite a lot of silage though. That was nice. And when I did my wrapped bales previously, I can't actually remember. Do I actually own a grass roller? I don't think I do. I think I have in the past probably just done liquid fertilising of the grass fields. Loading. Let's double check. Yeah. No grass roller. No grass roller is owned by me. So, I do need to liquid fertilise that. I need to seed field 10 with me barley. Yeah, we're doing fairly okay. Got a little bit of food in there. I don't know if they eat it in parallel or in series. I really don't know. On this map, we'll find out, I guess. Oi! You lot! Get out of the way! Oh, you annoying little cows. Do. Right, anyway. You have done magically brilliant. Add the cows in. And we need to get what's next? Right, so that's my cedar. So yeah, we're going to do some barley. Going to do it on this lovely field right here. That has nothing planted on it currently. Because we're going to match it up with the other two fields and do all three fields at the same time when it comes to harvesting, hopefully. And then, like I say, the plan is to make all three fields into one after harvest season, so that works kind of nicely. What I need next, of course, is that with my liquid fertilizer, which I do have attached. Because we do need to re-fertilise the grass then after mowing it. And in the absence of a grass roller, this is the best solution. Obviously, we'll be much better off once the field over the road there starts producing grass as well for us, because that's a huge field. A huge field. So yeah, some technical issues last week affected me. Like I say, PC is starting to get a little bit old. It's been heavily used the last few years. 5 years, I think it is now. I've had it 5-6 years. It will be doing an upgrade next year, so I'll be keen to see all the what all the new Intel processors and stuff and everything. See where everything is next spring, next April, and then I can make a more educated and informed decision when it comes to buying my next computer. And making sure I get something that's going to be, you know, far more future-proof. One that hopefully can accommodate all my SSDs, so I don't have to have docks everywhere and USB adapter cables, you know. Be nice. tied up on the gate there. So yeah, I managed to refill my seeder with the fertiliser I had in the storage building. I have run out of seed now in the storage bin, so I'll need to get some more pallets of seed in the not too distant future. Be another good excuse to go and get some CSZ pack big bag handlers so I can load up the trailer. Deal with everything. That feels pretty nice over there. Like the fact we are getting on with things. Any files were removed from your OneDrive. Yes, that's because the FarmSim folder has refreshed itself with all my new saved items from this save. So this folder will have updated on OneDrive, which means it's deleted the previous version of this save game folder from my OneDrive. I back everything up because I'm not an idiot. As I've learned with hard drive, don't trust physical media as your sole source of data, because they can fail. Right, you carry on fertilising. You doing an excellent job of seeding, although I will have to do the bottom of the field because this guy doesn't like the bottom of the field. And I will see you all, ladies and gents, in the next episode of the series, because we've reached the end of today's episode. I'm trying to keep them a little bit short this week. So thank you everybody for watching. I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye for now.